Welcome to the 2017 Annual Donors Banquet, where we gather to celebrate you and the wonderful contributions you've made to this wonderful institution. Give yourselves a round of applause. My name is Alicia Dorn, and I am a graduating senior at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, majoring in mass communication with an emphasis in broadcast journalism. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am honored and very, very grateful to have this grand opportunity, and I want to thank Dr. Hall for that. And because it looks so nice in here, I want to recognize the Office of Development team for putting this elegant event together. So let's give them a round of applause. So like I said at the beginning, tonight will be a great night. I'm speaking it into existence now. I hope everyone enjoys themselves, and we'll go ahead and get this program started. At this time, we will begin with greetings from Andrea Williams, who is a senior majoring in psychology. Andrea also works with the Office of Development and participates in the annual Spring Phonathon.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I bring you greetings this evening as we celebrate those of you who so graciously extend a helping hand to many students at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. We thank you for being a part of this wonderful occasion and taking the time out of your busy schedules to be here. At this very moment, you are surrounded by individuals who see the vision and promising future plans of the students who attend the university and have made the selfless decision to invest. It is true what they say. Not all superheroes wear capes, but instead dapper suits and glamorous gowns. We hope that you enjoy your night, and we hope to see you all here again next year. Thank you.
So the next person that you will hear from tonight is celebrating homecoming with us for the first time. She came to the Golden Lion family with over 20 years of experience in leading nonprofit and higher education development teams. She has led organizations through startup, survival, turnaround, and growth modes. I personally feel like this is an amazing time for her to join the Golden Lion family. And I also want to mention that she is married to basketball great Lee Mayberry. Would you please stand? Welcome to the stage our very own Vice Chancellor for Institutional Advancement and Development, Mrs. Marla Mayberry.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to Homecoming 2017 Donor Appreciation Banquet. Tonight, the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff has set aside time to say thank you. Thank you for your time, thank you for your resources, and thank you for investing in the university. It is an absolute honor to have the opportunity to stand before you today as I celebrate my very first homecoming at UAPB. Our homecoming is a time of reuniting with schoolmates and reflecting on yesteryear and capturing moments and basking in all the great things that happened since the last time you were on campus as a student. And it is in that same spirit that we welcome you and encourage you to enjoy this evening planned just for you. In appreciation for your contributions, that is a true benefit to success for so many students. Several of those students are here with us this evening, and if you have not had an opportunity to meet any of them, please do so. You will be proud of the investment you have made in them. Please know that your attendance tonight is truly appreciated. May you enjoy the homecoming festivities this weekend, and let's let the good times roar.
Now we will have the occasion by Courtney Grice, who is a junior majoring in business management with a minor in agricultural business.
Good evening, Golden Lion family.
Good evening. am Courtney Grice, a proud third-generation legacy student and as well as an advanced junior in business management with a minor in agriculture business. I'm blessed to have my grandparents, actually the first generation that started this legacy, present in the building this evening, Andrew and Edna Rochelle. But it is my privilege to welcome you to the annual donor table. We hold this evening to honor the donors who have seen the need and have taken it upon themselves to fill that void. As a scholarship recipient myself, I personally would like to thank you, and on the behalf of my peers as well. We have a lovely program planned for you this evening. Thank you for your time, and please enjoy.
Now, we've come to a very important part of the program. It is time to eat. Dinner will be served while we enjoy wonderful sounds from Ricky Wade and the band, composed of Cartavia McClendon and Jordan Smith. They each are UAPB Golden Lions, so give them a round of applause. And let's enjoy the food. And now we will proceed to move on with the program. Gratitude is defined as a feeling of appreciation or thanks. And mind you, I did say gratitude is a feeling. Gratitude is what I feel at this very moment. Gratitude is also what I feel each day that I am able to step foot on my college campus. At this time, we will move on to expressions of appreciation from UAPB students. The first student you will hear from is Rod Thompson, who is a junior majoring in industrial technology management and applied engineering.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. As stated, my name is Rodriguez Thompson. I'm a native of Pine Bluff, Arkansas, a student working in the Office of Development, and it is my utmost pleasure to stand before you to formally introduce myself as well as express my appreciation. I'm currently a junior at the university, majoring in industrial technology management and applied engineering. Matriculated through UAPB, I have been faced with countless barriers. Left and right, I'm stuck asking myself questions. What's going on? Whoa, how did time get behind me? Oh, we had a test today? It's 10 p.m. now, so what am I gonna eat? Wait, too much is going on. Who am I? However, throughout my confusions and loss, I have surfaced over many of those barriers, completed many accomplishments, entered various organizations, and all while maintaining a 3.7 GPA. Thank you. To list some of those accomplishments, I've served a part of the Twisted Creations modeling team, Circle the Prize Student Philanthropy, the National Society for Black Engineers, STEM Academy, Kelley F. Blakely's Honors College. Thank you. I'm a Spring 17 initiate of the Gamma Sigma chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi. Lastly, but certainly not least, I'm a recipient of the University Scholarship. My journey of aligning all began when Dr. Charles Kelley introduced me to his major, Industrial Technology Management and Applied Engineering. It was established as IT or just Industrial Tech, but was changed to ITMAE, so it would not confuse employers with informational technology, and also add the credentials of management and applied engineering, and so forth, because it was obviously part of the program. See, I originally had intentions on taking a path for a bachelor's in finance. On the contrary, Dr. Kelley had a plan for me. He even invited my mother to this meeting that he requested. Before I can even step foot into being a student, he was serious about my decisions and made it known that this decision was critical to my success. So, industrial technology. The idea of innovating processes, products, management systems, etc. to produce a more functional, efficient, and effective outcome. It's interesting. Well, to make a long story short, within a couple of weeks, I found myself waking up every morning at 6 a.m. to prepare for early morning aerobics, and indeed finish the rest of the agenda for STEM Academy. I love the idea of renovating and enhancing processes to make a product better. It had been me all along, I just didn't have a title for it. To have the opportunity to develop something greater than an existing product, no one ever gave me a title for it. But once I received the title, oh, was I on to something? Over the past summer, I completed a successful 12-week internship at Evergreen Packaging, working as an engineering intern. For anyone not familiar with the Evergreen, there's a paper mill located in Pine Bluff where they produce packaging, board, and coated publication paper. The summer prior to that, 2016, I was given the opportunity to perform a research and development experience led by Mr. Tom Riley, the CEO of Highland Wood Pellets. For the summer of 2018, I have a technical operations internship accepted and waiting on me in Palmdale, California. This opportunity is with Northrop Grumman, one of the top 5 cyber defense companies. And no, this is not to toot my own horn at all. Never, but it's never not to my own horn. But it's to give much of my success to those who believed in me, those who took out the time to ensure I was fine, those who provided me with the tools and words of encouragement that I needed, the instructors who gave me a second chance, or that extra chance, you know? Most importantly, I contribute much of my success to those who provided the generosity for this opportunity. This opportunity to stand before you. Without this blessing of me receiving the university scholarship to take care of my funding for school, do you know I, Rodriguez Thompson, would not be here? But nevertheless, the desire to promote the welfare of others, how amazing. A critical aspect of universities around the world. While I'm still pursuing my major, I want to say congratulations to all of you, the graduates of philanthropy. Well-educated, generous, and thoughtful beings, you are all entitled philanthropists. For anyone contributing and taking time out of their personal time, digging in their personal funds, blindly giving to strangers many years after their own personal reign at the university, how considerate. And as a present student, I just want to say donors, your funding have never and will never ever go to waste. Your investment in students like me is an investment that will positively change the world. Thank you for all that you do to make the lives of students at UAPB greater. Thank you.
Okay, next we will hear from Brandon Harper, who is a freshman, double majoring in music education and theology, and minoring in English.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Now, for those of you that know what theology is, you know I'm a church boy, so I can't stand still, like at all. But I met most of you at the door, and once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As stated, my name is Brandon Harper. I am a native of Chicago, Illinois, South Suburbs. I went to Hillcrest High School. I graduated top 20 in my class, and I'm a freshman here at the university, and I am a recipient of your 2017 UAPB scholarship recipient. Coming to the university has been a blessing. It's really opened my eyes to a lot of things that I didn't know about before. Being the middle child of 5, college didn't look like a plan. I pride myself on being very intelligent. But financially speaking, my older brother is a freshman at Central State University, and my older sister is a junior this year at South Suburban College. And financially, it didn't look like it was going to happen. Like, you know, you get that talk with your mom, and you're like, well, if we have to come out of a lot of money out of our own pockets, it might not happen, Brandon. So I had to think, well, what am I going to do? I'm a musician. So I took that into consideration. I'm a music major. I want to be a music teacher one day, God willing. And I used my talents to get here. I spoke with Mr. John Graham, who is the band director here at the university, and he auditioned me in Chicago at my own school. And he said, well, you're a very strong musician. You're very talented, and I want you at my school. So he gave me a full tuition scholarship. God is good. So that's how I got to UAPB. So I got to UAPB, and we were waiting for financial aid to kick in. We were all biting our fingernails. And we were like, did we make it? Did we make it? Did we have enough? And turns out that I didn't, so I was scrambling the university looking for scholarships, and I stumbled upon the development office, and I appreciate the Office of Development for reaching out to me for this opportunity. And they said, all you have to do is write a thank you letter to the recipients, meet the criteria, and you're good to go. And I said, really? Are you serious? It's that easy. So I wrote a thank you letter, and everything in that letter I mean sincerely from the bottom of my heart. When I look out amongst you all, I see greatness. I see dedication, I see integrity, I see the financial means to give back to those who gave to you. And to, like Rod said, go in your pocket blindly and hand out scholarships to people you don't know. That is a blessing from God, and I appreciate every single one of you for it. I'm here today to tell you my dreams, tell you why your donation means so much to me. Because one of these days I want to be a teacher. I want to teach the next generation coming up, and I don't want to teach just to teach music. No, I don't want to be a minister only to give the word of God to people that don't know him. I want to be an inspiration to someone else like you've been an inspiration to me and so many other people before me. I want to be inspiration because there are so many African American and minorities that know how to hold a gun and shoot a gun, but not too many know how to tie a tie. There are so many African minorities that know how to shoot a ball but don't know how to count the money they can make shooting a ball. I grew up in a neighborhood where if I was walking down the street, someone in an unmarked or marked police car would trail me for a while. Where my mom didn't let me go outside too often because it wasn't safe outside. Where if I wasn't at school, in band practice, at home, or in church, I wasn't anywhere. I don't want that for the next generation. That's why I want to be a teacher. That's why your donation means so much to me. That's why I am so proud to be here. Because I want to inspire somebody else that doesn't know that there's light at the end of the tunnel. I want to inspire somebody else to let them see that there's yet another way out, because so many young men and young women think that the rough life is all they need to know, or that all they're worth. But I want to be a teacher to show people that they are more than that. I want to show people what you guys see in me, that it is in them too. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. How many of you believe that right here? How many of you believe that there is a God that is greater than exceedingly above all we can ask or think? That's why I am here. Because someone saw greater in me. And I've been blessed to be here, and I do thank you once again from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Okay, so next we will hear from Tashambia Lindsay, who is a sophomore majoring in accounting. And brace yourselves, because I heard that this one is very heartfelt, so get your napkins ready.
Good evening, you all. I have been traveling on this long journey, most often referred to as life. On this journey, I have been shaped and molded into the individual that I was predestined to be. Sometimes this journey of life can get blurred and my sight may be hard to find. I often find myself having to step away from the distractions of this ever so changing world. In doing so, I rekindle my energy into something positive. I am a being driven by the success of those that came before me. I am a child seeking guidance through this maze called life. I am a person persevering when the end is not near. I am a Christian standing strong on what I believe in. I am a leader to those who have fallen by the wayside. I am an educated Black woman unwilling to let my circumstances control me. I am Tashambia Octavia Lindsay, a native of Greenville, Mississippi, and the daughter of Marcus Tashambe Lindsay Sr. and Summer Christine Adams. I am a sibling and role model to Summer Charlize Lindsay and Marcus Tashambe Lindsay Jr. I am a first-generation sophomore accounting major here at this remarkable University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. Thank you. I attribute my educational success to my mother. My mother dropped out of high school in the 9th grade, but she recently obtained her high school diploma in June of 2016. Education, she always pushed my siblings and I to pursue a high school diploma. When things got hard, she reassured me that we could do it and that education would only better us. On the other hand, my father graduated high school, but he lacked the ability to read and write. I found myself filling in for the qualities that he lacked in literacy. My mother's motivation and my father's illiteracy led me to grow very serious about my education. I knew that if I did not take initiative, history was doomed to repeat itself. I put my education before all else, and I established standards and did not let anyone lower them. I was able to graduate high school with a 3.9 GPA, ranking 5th in my graduating class. Based on my grade point average and my class rank, I was able to attend UAPB on a full academic scholarship. Everything in life is a learning experience. Every day I live life as to set examples that perseverance, dedication, and demanding work pays off. If it were not for you all, I would not be standing here today, and students like me would not be able to attend the university. While in high school, I got involved to keep my mind off the troubling issues that I faced every day. Going into college, I tried to focus in on my grades because I did not want to fall behind or fall by the wayside. But I later became involved in the 2017 Office of Development Phone-a-thon. I was able to work with some amazing people in the Office of Development that helped me matriculate through my school year and finish. I also had the privilege to form meaningful relationships with some of the most meaningful people to the UAPB family, the alumni and donors. In talking with them, I was able to talk about education and grow a deeper love for my university. And if it were not for them, I would not be here today, and for their giving and their donations are greatly appreciated. I am so glad to have the donors and alumni who are so willing to give to deserving students like me. If it were not for you, education would be unobtainable for most students. Thank you for all that you do. Just as we all do, I have a story behind who I am. I have always wanted to become someone successful, and my parents' lives only motivated me. Deep inside me, there has always been a drive to be the very best that I can be. When things got rough in life, I always kindled my negativity into something positive. This positivity for me was schoolwork, community service, helping everyone that I could, and reaching for my dreams. If it were not for people like you all, I would not be here and I would not be able to reach my dreams. Thank you.
But last but not least, you will hear from myself as I stand here and express my appreciation. As each of my peers or colleagues has stated, we are very, very grateful for everything that you contribute to this university. Society says that most of us would not be here or should not be here. But I'll say it for me and I'll say it for them as well. Hey, society! So let me take you on a little journey of my time at the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. So imagine coming into the university. Oh, and by the way, I knew from a little girl that I would be a Golden Lion. I used to march in the parade with Bel Air Math Science Magnet School, and I would see the Golden Girls and I'd say, ooh, that's gonna be me one day. Well, I am here. I didn't get a chance to be a Golden Girl, but I'm shining bright in the Mass Communications Department, so I'm okay with that. Thank you. So coming in as a freshman, I came in with dreams of perfecting my craft and wanting to be able to get into the industry, a nearby industry when I graduate. So my main dream when I came in was to do radio. So as a freshman, I'm taking my general courses. I'm just thankful to be in college. I go over to visit the radio station. I look through the window because nobody's there, but I'm super excited. I'm like, I'm closer to my dream. One step closer, I was so excited. Couldn't get in, but I was still excited. So later on in my freshman year, I was able to actually go into the radio station, and I was still happy. I was still happy. I hadn't ever been in a real one. I've just heard them, you know, broadcasting through my radio. So then, sophomore year, I was able to start getting hands-on training. I'm thinking I'm all that now. I'm able to go in and get some experience. I finished my general courses. But then there wasn't much for me to do at the radio station. So I went out, I found out about Bluff City Radio, and because I wasn't eligible to meet the requirements to intern, I began to volunteer. So I started volunteering at the local radio station, And I looked around and I'm like, this is nothing like the radio station we have at school. So how am I supposed to perfect my craft and get the skills and training that I need in order to compete with other students that come from UCA or UALR? How do I do that? Do I transfer, or do I keep the faith and do what I've always dreamed of doing, which is being a student at UAPB? So my grandmother told me that if you have the faith the size of a mustard seed, you can tell that mountain to move. That's what she told me. So I planted that mustard seed and I said, you know what? I'ma hang on. I'ma hang on. I've seen change before, so I know it can happen. So then, let's fast forward, junior year. The TV station started to become much, much better. I started getting opportunities to work in the TV station. I was learning everything. We upgraded to HD equipment. I was like, okay, UAPB, look at us. Then they put me in positions to be able to work with Felicia Rashad, D. Claire Huxtable, Frederica Whitfield, CNN news anchor Mr. Roland Martin, Juliana Richardson, and the list goes on. And I really felt like I was going somewhere. I said, okay, this is confirmation that I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm gonna do it at my UAPB. So then, coincidentally, I run into the same manager that was over at Bluff City Radio, and she said that she was gonna be the manager at our radio station. So I saw what she was doing over at the other radio station for the city. So I had hope and I had faith that, hey, I'll still get a chance to live my dream. So when she came, like I said, there wasn't much there, but with the help of the chancellor and Title III, she's been able to change things. We now have equipment that we can train on, that we can go out and compete in the real world with. We've had donors like Mr. K-Son. I don't know if Mr. and Mrs. Swift is in the building, but like those two, Mr. Piggy, they all came by and saw the radio station when we didn't have much to work with. They made contributions, and now Mr. K-Son, I know for sure, has seen the new radio station. It's an actual radio station. And we are able to, like I said, do the real thing. So even though I'm at the end, I still get a chance to do what I came here to do. And thanks to donors like them, I want to personally thank you all for everything that you've contributed. Because like I said, this started as a one-man machine. And it's done a complete 180. Every time I walk in, I feel like I'm in a different world. I feel like I'll actually get a chance to experience my dream. And I have. I've been in places where I never thought I'd be, never dreamed of being in some of these places and meeting some of these people. So I do want to thank each and every one of you for everything that you've contributed. And we have a 50,000 watt radio station. Why it's not making noise? Hey, I don't know, but it will be, so stay tuned. We can reach half of this state, and we will, and it'll be great for the university. So like I said, stay tuned because we are coming. And now that I've taken you on a little bit of my journey, it is time for the Joy of Giving by UAPB alum and member of the Foundation Fund Board, Mr. Carl Bracey.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening again. Good evening. It's an honor and a privilege to be here tonight. I'm speaking actually on behalf of my wife, Catherine Bracey, and myself, my wife, Catherine, who can be here tonight because of unavoidable conflict. Alicia mentioned earlier that I'm a member of the Foundation Board, and I've been a board member for quite some time. But I was asked to give some brief comments about the joy of giving. And what I thought I would do was to add a comment of why do I give to UAPB? Why should I give to UAPB? I used to call it Arkansas AM&N because I'm a graduate, 1971 graduate of UAPB or Arkansas AM&N. My wife is also a graduate, she's a 1972 graduate. And we've been blessed to enjoy many years with employment. I'm a retired executive with State Farm Insurance Companies. My wife is retired, a management person, but she loves education so much until it's one of the reasons why she's not here tonight. Because she's teaching at the University of Phoenix and also teaching at the junior college there in Tulsa. So I asked myself, why do I give? Why do we give? You know, in Luke, I think the 12th chapter, 36th verse says, to much is given, much is required. And I've been blessed, my wife and I have been blessed for many years to be able to give to UAPB because I think that is required. Because I was able to achieve many things in my career with State Farm Insurance and accomplish and travel a lot. And I owe a lot of that to UAPB. It provided a foundation for me and my spouse as well. You know, when you think about from a family of 12 and my wife from a family of 9, and my wife, all of her siblings went to high school and many to college, and so did mine. And a couple to attend UAPB. So why do I give? Because it provided an avenue for me and my spouse to enjoy some of those things. So that's why, one of the reasons why I give. But interesting enough, these 4 young folks now, when they express their thoughts about the appreciation, the things that you do for them, that's why I give. Because they represent our future. They are our future. And when they articulate the things that they're involved in, I want to get involved in, if you're not willing to support them, shame on you. I had to say that. I get a carried away. I'm a deacon in my church, so I tend to get that carried away sometimes. So when I think about why do I give, why do I come to these banquets? It's because, again, is that I've contributed to the university for many years. I've served on the board, but I see the benefits that UAPB provides. You talk about the mission of UAPB in terms of looking at who they serve and want to serve. Not just now, but into the future. That's why I give. Again, I want to thank all of you for what you do. I give because I believe in UAPB. I've worked for State Farm 40 years almost, and I contributed a great deal to UAPB, a large percent of that 41 years. And I will continue to contribute. My wife and I will continue to contribute to UAPB because we believe, it's not only what they're doing now, what their foundation, they talk about STEM programs and everything else, but what they will do in the future. And I encourage you to do the same. That's why I give. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bracy. Now we will move on to the announcing of the 2017-2018 campaign. And before this next person come up, I was told by a very wise person that this next person is the man you go to when you want to know why. So that man is Mr. Calvin Booker Sr., chairperson of the UAPB Foundation Fund Board.
Good evening. To Chancellor Alexander, to Ms. Alexander, Chancellor Davis, always good to be in your presence. Dr. Blakely and Dr. Johnson and Ms. Johnson, thank you all for your service and all you've done. Thank you, the faculty and the staff who work so hard at this institution, the administration. We want to thank you all. Our students, they're just great. They just touch our hearts. And when you ask why we do what we do, it's because of you all. And we'll continue to do it as long as we have breath. I'd just like to take a point of privilege, if I could. The older I get, the more I want to take points of privileges. I didn't have a chance to do what they did. I didn't know y'all had these things like this when I was in school. Can I do my little piece of? My name is Calvin Booker from Hamburg, Arkansas, and I was a strong C student from the UAPB. By the grace of God, I made it. I always wanted to do that. I just never had a chance. I thought I just, since I volunteered my time, I thought I'd just take a privilege to do something. Yeah. I want to also recognize the board, the fund board. Carla just left. With all the fund board members that are present, will you please stand? All the fund board members. If you would here, please stand. Let's give them a round of applause. This group worked very, very hard to bring dollars into this institution. Everybody at the table I'm very tired. I've been corporate office in Houston. I've been in Houston the last 2 weeks, dealing with some heavy stuff, and of course, you know, all the hurricanes going through Florida and Houston, and just dealing with a lot of things, a lot of stuff. We're looking at people who woke up one morning, didn't have anything, and all lost all this stuff, and working for the company I work for, we get a chance to see that stuff firsthand. And it touches you, and it bothers you, and you know, you send out much prayers to those people. But tonight, we're here to talk about the campaign. And I want to be honest with you about this campaign and actually where my heart is on this campaign. And I'll be very brief and I'll be short with what I have to say. But first of all, I want you to know that I took time now to look at every name in this booklet, every name. And I want to do that for a purpose. I want to know how much we appreciate all of you all that are here and those who are not here. And those who are not here in this book, let them know that we really appreciate them. And the campaign, for one, we want to expand the number of givers. And I know, so I don't want to preach to you all, but you all are already given. But we're going to ask you all to help us expand the number of alumni and friends that give. That's one thing that we can do. Mark and I talked a while back, and I wanted to raise between $2.5 and $3 million for this group. Now, that's a stretch for this group and what we do. But we know we can do it. What I'd like for you to do on this campaign, and I want to be honest with you about the campaign. Larry, I don't have the answers for the campaign. Ms. Marla came and spent 2 days with me in Atlanta, and we talked about some things, we talked about some plans, but I want to think outside the box. I want to think big. And what I want you to do is number one, help us expand the book. Expand those people that give. Corporations, businesses, individuals, alumni, and friends. That's number one. Number two, I want you to think of every big idea that you have. Every thought that you have. And I want you to get those to the development office, get them to myself. Call me on the phone. If I don't answer the phone, leave me a message. I want to listen to the big idea. I want to listen to the big thoughts. We want to think outside the box a little bit. We want to try to make it happen. I believe we can raise $2.5, $3 million. Marla, I think we can do it. When I saw that we had hired Miss Mayberry, I said, we got Andy, we got the whole Mayberry family. We got the whole group. I know we can do it. But I don't have to be very disciplined with this campaign. I don't have the answers yet, Chancellor. I don't have my full direction on this campaign. Being a strong C student, one thing you learn how to do is be very prayerful. And it'll work for me pretty well. Now let me say this to you. That's why you're laughing at me about being a strong C student. I'm asking you for $2.5 million to $3 million at the least. Okay? But I'm going to ask you for something that I couldn't write a check for myself. All right? So we're not going to do that to you. I'm having problems with the campaign because I have to be disciplined. When you're in prayer, you have to be very disciplined. And I heard somewhere, I don't know, you scholars and all these PhDs and scholars, you all can tell me who quoted this, but it says that the discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Discipline is choosing what you want now and what you want most. And that's kind of where I am. We need the dollars now. We need everybody to continue giving. We need to expand the giving. But I think where I'm hung up, Chancellor, is what I want most in this institution. And I have to wait for that. I have to wait for those answers. Give us your ideas. Think out the box. Give us a call. We'll address each and every one of them. And let's think big. Let's be disciplined. And let's think about now but also what we want the most. Let's raise the dollars. Thank you all. Appreciate you so very much.
Thank you, Mr. Booker. You in that strong C, okay? Now, I haven't known this next person very long, but when I met her, she made me feel like I had known her since I was a child. She greeted me with a really, really big hug, and she immediately showed that she believed in me without a doubt. She believed in me so much that I felt like I needed to borrow a little bit of what she felt about me for myself. So she made me, that little moment that I had with her, she made me feel like a superstar, and she boosted my confidence, okay? So as she comes up to give special recognitions, that was my special recognition for her, please give a Golden Lion applause for Dr. Margaret Martin Hall.
Thank you, Alicia. When we were looking for an MC, I was told that we had on our campus the next Oprah Winfrey. This is she. So, you may want to get an autograph now and sell it later and make a donation to UAPB. I have the best place in the room at this moment because I'm looking out at an audience of some very, very awesome people. And no matter how long I stand here, each year, I can never get enough of this site. I thank you. And good evening to all of you who I may not have greeted personally. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're back next year and that you'll have someone with you. You are truly an awesome group of people. Because of you, we have students like the ones you've seen earlier in the afternoon, evening, and there are so many, many more of them. You can multiply them hundreds of times over, and those are the students you are supporting. Those are the students whose dreams you are making come true. And we hope that in a short 5 years, they will be in the audience as well. Thank you. Now, this is a part of the program. We don't have enough money or time to show you the appreciation we should. But by your being here, we're saying to you, we truly do appreciate you because you are the ones who are making the difference. Beginning with our New Millennium leaders. Will all New Millennium leaders please stand? Please continue to stand. I want you to make special note of these individuals because what they give to us is more than money. They give us time, they give us energy, and they give us a good name. So when we're being bashed in the communities, these are the people that say, that's not true. Let me tell you the real deal. Thank you, Dorothy Majed Fitmont, New Millennium Leaders. Mr. Booker indicated that he had read every name in this book. I hope you will take the time to do so as well. You'll see your name, but you will also see individuals who are not here. Thank them for the gift that they make. So take the time, your friends, your colleagues are listed here, and thank them for us. We have what we call the university's highest priorities. They are scholarship dollars, dollars for athletics, and then discretionary dollars that we get to put where we need them the most. Will those of you who gave to our highest priorities please stand? If you gave to scholarship, athletics, or better yet, if you just gave us the money and say, do with it what you please, will you please stand? Thank you. We especially want those of you who gave us the dollars to do with as we please to stand. That means a lot to us. It gives us the flexibility that we need, and we do need that flexibility. In the book are gift club levels, And that doesn't mean that the higher up you are in the book, the more important that you are, because we know from small things, great things happen. From a very small acorn, we get a mighty oak. So the individuals who are not here tonight, because they did not give at a certain level, still made a collective, significant contribution. But as we move up, there are privileges that comes with giving. The more you give, the more you receive. It is true. So the first club level that we would like to recognize, because you are present in the room, is the Leadership Club. Will everyone in the Leadership Club please stand and be recognized? Thank you. These are donors who gave between $500 and $1,999. Thank you, Leadership Club members. The next group that we want to recognize is the Dean's Club. Will everyone please stand who gave at the Dean Club's level? And this would be a minimum gift of $2,000 to $3,999. And I know we have Dean Club members in the audience. Will you please stand? Thank you. And next is the Prestige Club. At this giving level, we offer mementos to those who want to gaze upon the really good indicator that they helped others. So in the Prestige level, we asked everyone in the Prestige level, would you like a memento to take home with you? And some said yes, some said no. Not that they didn't appreciate the memento, but maybe they have so many that one more would not be noticed. But we thank those of you who passed on getting the memento, but we also recognize the fact that if you have a memento in your home and someone said, wow, that's really nice, how did you get that? Where did you get that? You're going to talk about the good feeling of giving to the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, the good feeling you had when you made an investment in our students. So going from the list, so that I will be brief, the first individuals are Mr. Eddie Lamar Harris and Dr. Michelle Reed Harris. Is Mr. Harris present? Would you come forward, please? Dr. Alexander, Mr. Booker, would you guys please come forward for a photo op? When you get past the age of 40, when you're 40 years old and 6 months, you have to hold the paper a little closer. The subdued light is nice, but it's not good for reading. The next prestige level donor we would like to present a memento to is J.B. and Janetta Crumley. Are the Crumleys present? Thank you for your giving. For groups, organizations, clubs, alumni chapters, we'd like to make a presentation that you can hang on the wall so that everyone who gave to the initiative can enjoy in that good feeling that resulted from giving. Do we have a representative of Barracue St. Baptist Church? Barracue Street Baptist Church. Barracue Street Baptist Church. Sorry, please forgive. Jefferson Regional Medical Center. Jefferson Regional Medical Center. Is there a representative present? Herbert and Virginia Williams. Mr. and Mrs. Williams, are you present? Herbert and Virginia Williams. Mr. and Mrs. Kelley, John Wesley, and Clementine. Do we have a representative of Trotter Ford Lincoln Mercury? Trotter Ford Lincoln Mercury. The Gateway Alumni Chapter, Gateway Alumni Chapter. Is there a representative of the Gateway Alumni Chapter present with us tonight? There is. Do we have a representative of Pine Bluff Sand and Gravel? Pine Bluff Sand and Gravel. Dr. Martha Flowers, a member of our Foundation Fund Board. Dr. Martha Flowers. Dr. Flowers is the reason that we have the ACH automatic deposits. She insisted that we get them, and through all of the little paperwork, it actually happened. And she is not an alum of the university, though her parents and siblings are. Alpha Road chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority, Inc. And all of you may come forward for a photo op. Before we leave the Prestige Club, is Miss Lenora Dixon in the room? Miss Lenora Dixon? The next club level that we will honor is the Chancellor's Club. But did I ask everyone in the Prestige Club to please stand? If I did, just stand again anyway. Everyone in the Prestige Club. You may not have asked for a memento, but if you gave us $4,000 to $6,999, we want to applaud you. Will you please stand? Thank you. The Chancellor's Club level recognizes donors who gave a minimum of $7,000 up to $9,999. Now, those of you who gave $9,999, next year we want you to give us $1 more dollar. I think I'm a major gift donor. Okay. So the first is Mr. Roger Swift and Mrs. Johnny Brown Swift. Their names were mentioned earlier as givers to the radio station. And the fish symbolizes part of who we are at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. Our first terminal degree is in aquaculture fisheries. So the fish is a memento of the highest degree that this university offers. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Swift. The next group that we want to honor is the UAPB-TV National Alumni Association. Now, I don't know if we have room up front for all of the individuals who hold membership, so maybe we could get a couple of representatives for the UAPB-TV National Alumni Association. Okay, the last time I got the church name wrong because I saw ST and I thought it was Saint. This time there is no ST. But if we have a representative of the Brown Missionary Baptist Church, will you please come forward? Brown Missionary Baptist Church, UAPB Letter A Club. Our athletes in the room. Is this the church? A member or members of the Letter A Club, if you would come forward, please. Chancellor Club level donor. Dr. Odell Thorns. Dr. Odell Thorns. Dr. Sadie Young Hughes. Dr. Sadie Young Hughes. Dr. Sadie Young Hughes is the sister of a former employee, A.K. Turner. And I know you know Kay, she was our purchasing director for several years.
She's here.
Hi, Kay. Mr. Timothy and Veronica Piggy. Mr. Timothy Piggy is president of the National Alumni Association. One thing I like about Mr. Piggy, whenever Dr. Alexander challenges him to give $5,000, immediately he says, okay, we need more Timothy and Veronica Piggy. Will everyone in the Chancellor's Club please stand and be recognized? Everyone in the Chancellor's Club, and I know there are a lot of you in the room, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. The next club level is major gift donor. Now, we understand that the Science of Fundraising says in order to be a major gift donor, you have to give $25,000. But it's different in different organizations. Some organizations, you give $1,000, you're a major gift donor. I'm not going to tell you who they are, because you'll take your $1,000, you'll go there so you can be a major gift donor. No, that's not what we want. But at UAPB, we applaud a gift of $10,000 or more as a major gift. So I would like for everyone in the room who gave at least $10,000 to please stand. And that does include alumni chapters. The Chancellor and Mr. Booker are standing, and Mr. Booker is also one of the go-to people for the Chancellor because Dr. Davis, you're on my mind. But Dr. Alexander can say, I challenge you to give $5,000. And Mr. Booker always wants to trump, so I'm going to give $6,000. So I suggest that Dr. Alexander challenge him to give $20,000. Just saying. So the next group of donors gave at least $10,000. Perry and Vivian Stuckey. Are Perry and Vivian Stuckey present? The design group. I know she's present. Dr. Jewel Walker. Dr. Jewel Walker. I'm challenging my colleagues in the development office because I'm doing this out of order. But they're real troopers. They're covering up all of my mistakes. Thank you, guys. The Memphis Alumni Chapter, Chancellor Club level, Memphis Alumni. And I know we have two beautiful ladies from Memphis. I saw them when they came in. 4, oh wow, that's even better. Okay, I know I'm going to get back on track now. They've started writing me notes. Mr. Carl Bracy. He's already standing, but Mr. Calvin Booker. MK Distributors, do we have a representative of MK Distributors? If you're missing the regular Courtney Strickland, she's in the back waiting to become a mommy. And I know we have at least one doctor in the room, so if the call comes, we're ready. The Chicago Alumni Chapter, Mr. K-Son, is there anyone you'd like to join you? Mr. and Mrs. Greer, Larry and Carolyn Greer. They are long time major gift donors. I can't remember a time when they were not major gift donors. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Greer. Colonel Jesse and Dr. Patsy Newborn. Colonel Jesse. The next couple that we will honor gives to every initiative. This couple never misses an initiative. Dr. Alexander and Mrs. Veronica Alexander. There is a gentleman in the room who retired from the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. And he left, but he didn't leave. He helped us to shape, form, and grow employee giving. And he said to me, I am coming every quarter, and I'm going to give you some money. And he faithfully came every quarter and gave, well, not gave, he made an investment in our students to the tune of $15,000. Dr. Freddie Hartfield. Dr. Hartfield retired from UAPB at the very young age of 90 after instructing our students a mere 70 years. Thank you, Dr. Hartfield, for all of your time. Giving to Dr. Hartfield, and he will take home to Mrs. Hartfield the largest bouquet anyone could ever be given, and that is your respect and appreciation. Thank you, Dr. Hartfield. The UAPB Alumni Golf Tournament. Is there a representative of that group in the room? The UAPB the UAPB Alumni Golf Tournament. Is there a representative? Brown Funeral Home, is Mr. Marshall Kelley in the audience, or is there a representative of the funeral home?
So, see what I mean? Somebody told Dr. Hall that I would be the next Oprah Winfrey, and she never doubted it. Not for one moment. So thank you for that, Dr. Hall. Thank you for all that you do. So we would also like to recognize some other special guests we have in the audience. Please stand as I announce your name or group. First Lady, Mrs. Veronica Alexander. Former Chancellor L.A. Davis, Jr. Former Interim Chancellors, Dr. Carolyn Blakely and Dr. Calvin Johnson. Tanya Hooks, who's representing the Arkansas Attorney General, Leslie Rutledge office. The UAPB Foundation Fund Board members. No one wants to stand. The Executive Cabinet. UAPB students. UAPB employees. Former former employee in the audience who is on the cover of the UAPB magazine, Dr. Freddie Hartfield. And if you would like to have your magazine autographed, he's right over here. The National Alumni Association President, Mr. Timothy Piggy. Alumni Chapter President? No, all of them. Any alumni chapter president. And all alumni. So I see that we saved the best for last. And over this past week, I have gained a new level of respect for my chancellor. I knew somewhere in my mind that being a chancellor must be a daunting task, but watching him in action, I'm like, oh my God. So, as he comes to the stage to deliver the closing remarks, please give a round of applause and a Golden Lion roar for our chancellor, Dr. Lawrence B. Alexander.
To whom much is given, much is required. To whom a little is given, much is required. To whom nothing is given, much is required. Ask, and it shall be given. Seek, and ye shall. Knock. Oh, I love this. Y'all gonna say this for me. Philanthropists in the audience. How many philanthropists we have in the audience? Raise your hand. I should see all hands up. A room full of philanthropists. Let me see your philanthropists again. I didn't see too many hands up. See, philanthropists are those who give to worthy causes. Let me see the philanthropists in the room. Yes, yes. Oh, I see people shy about holding up their hands. They don't want to raise their hands and admit that they're philanthropists. Why? They're holding on to their wallets. They say, Chancellor got the mic, and we got to watch our wallets. Hold on to your purses and your wallets and your money clips. I'm coming for you. I love being among serious donors to the university. I love spending time with you. I see folks who are blessed here tonight. Are you blessed? Yes. I see folks tonight who are blessed to be a blessing here tonight. I would like to thank you for coming back to the Pride and helping us celebrate as we let the good times roar. I love that theme. Let the good times roar during homecoming 2017 because letting the good times roar. Down in New Orleans, we say, laissez les bon temps rouler. We always let the good times roar. But now we're gonna let the good times roar. This night allows us to honor and show appreciation to you for the unwavering support to our university. Donors like you recognize the fundamental influence of education on young lives. on these young people who you heard from on this evening. Recipients who appreciate the opportunities that they're given, and they demonstrate that appreciation through their efforts and through their success that they show every day in the classroom, in the internships, in the study abroad, and in every capacity in which they represent the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. I'd like to honor and give them a round of applause, these students who are here. There are approximately 2,600 reasons to support the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. Those reasons spend their days engaged in discussions with professors and classmates. They compete on our athletic fields, and they work in the community. Your financial support is central to the university's efforts to recruit and retain students, and to recruit and retain the best faculty and the best staff members. The university must keep its curriculum current, must keep its technology up to date. Its facilities must be up to date and renovated. Equipment updated. For not doing it means that we fall behind. No matter the size of every gift makes a difference and counts as a positive vote for the future of UAPB and its students. For the alumni community, a gift is the only measure by which the university can gauge customer satisfaction and approval. Your continued support has made a great impact on our students and our university, and while contributing to our legacy of being student-focused, success-driven, and mission-based, it is reassuring to know that whenever Dear Mother calls, we have loyal alumni like you in the room who are eager to answer the call. Thank you for your support of this university. Thank you as well for sending us your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren, your nieces, your nephews, your brothers and sisters and cousins and friends, right? And Sunday school students. Sending them all to us here at the university, because that is what the continuation of the legacy is about. The legacy that started with Branch Normal in 1873, in the decade after the abolition of slavery, for the education of newly freed slaves and their descendants, so that they too may be able to enjoy the fruits and benefits of higher education, and then evolved as AM&N College. Somebody in here went to AM&N. And I'd just like to thank the AM&Ners in the room. They told me they don't mind me calling them AM&Ners. Thank you, Sister Curley. All right, they don't mind me calling them that. So I thank the AM&Ners who have contributed significantly to the support of this university over the years and continue to give in spite of the fact that I'm here and I might get on their nerves every once in a while. Amen. They still give. Now, Miss Curley, that wasn't your cue. That was not you. Okay. Yes, it did. But we thank you so much. We thank all of you and the UAPB. Somebody here graduated from UAPB. Yeah. And we are grateful to all of you for the support that you give to this university, because as I always like to tell the staff, We become better at this university by every dollar that comes in. We become better as a university by every dollar that comes in. Think about that. Think about that for a second. Because we like to think of it in terms of, well, we got to give 1,000, or we got to give 10,000 or 5,000. But no, just when you can give to the university, if everybody was given to the university, imagine how much greater we could be. Y'all know I came out of the Baptist church. And on Sunday evening, we used to go to Baptist Training Union. Anybody went to BTU? Y'all know the BTU slogan, this BTU must grow and glow, and I must help to make it so. And if everyone was just like me, what kind of BTU this would be. And that, so if everybody was like the givers and donors in this room, what kind of institution could this be? Thank you so very much. We appreciate your support.
This concludes our 2017 Annual Donors Banquet. Thank you all so much for all that you do, and thank you for being here tonight. It has been